Good evening, everyone. We're going to be starting in just the next few minutes. Looking forward to seeing you. Thank you. All right, good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. This is going to be a little bit different than ever before. Usually we're in a nice country club about to eat some fried chicken, but tonight is a little different. To get us started this evening, we're actually going to hear from one of our board members, Tara. Tara, could you start us off, please?
Good evening. I am Tara Naw and want to welcome you to Friend for Life Cancer Support Network's first virtual event. We are so glad you decided to join us this evening. I want to start out by telling you a story about a man in his mid-40s. He's diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma and he's scared. He doesn't have anyone outside of family to talk to. He reaches out to his chemotherapy nurse, who then reaches out to another cancer patient. Together, they develop an idea to create a network to support cancer patients and survivors. This man in his mid-40s was my father, Phil Bramblett. The nurse was Judy Sisk, and the other man was Chuck Sandman. Friend for Life is part of their legacy. I'm so blessed to be a part of Friend for Life as a board member. It has given me a connection to my father and taught me so much about him. The idea of Friend for Life was generated 32 years ago. Think about how many things have changed in the last 32 years. Technology is drastically different, and who would have thought we would be in the middle of a global pandemic in the year 2020? What's amazing is that Friend for Life's mission has remained the same. Their mission is to help persons recently diagnosed with cancer and their loved ones navigate the path through diagnosis, treatment, and recovery by pairing them with a trained survivor of a similar experience, so they can face cancer with someone who has been there. Let that sink in. Someone who has been there. You can now search the internet to find whatever you want. It might be truthful, it might be accurate, you never know. Those searches pale in comparison to actually talking to a real person who has been there, who remembers the fear, the fake strength you put on in front of friends and family, and the I'm fines when you're not. You can talk to a real person, not a computer-generated voice, not an answering service, a real live person. As we all know, Friend for Life Cancer Support Network is a nonprofit organization. We have two amazing employees in Judy and Nicole. They research, match, train, and provide a listening ear when needed. In order to keep these ladies and Friend for Life going for another 32 years, we need your help. If you haven't already, check out our silent auction items. We have some spectacular trips and fun baskets to bid on. All of the profits from this event go to support cancer patients and their families. So on that note, I'd like to make a toast. To Friend for Life Cancer Support Network, Judy, Nicole, our amazing board, the founders, and to you for being part of this evening. Cheers to many more years.
Cheers to you, Tara. Thank you so much. What a great welcoming for us to get started this evening. This is completely different. As I said, I'm used to an audience. I do much better when I can see your faces. So bear with me. First live broadcast. Usually at this time, I go through and give you all of the housekeeping rules. Oh, by the way, my name is Bart Pashon, and I am one of the hosts this evening. I usually, in the housekeeping rules, tell you where the bathrooms are. Most of you are at your house at this point. If you don't know where the bathrooms are, ask somebody next to you. Perhaps they can lead you in the right direction. Since I'm not going over that, I have a whole different new set of things to go over because we're doing this virtually. So what are those things? By the way, we have a lot of folks that have helped script me, so I can hopefully get them all right. And if not, they will let me know. So on the housekeeping rules, if you're going to make any cash donations or you'd like to do any bidding, then you will go to BidPal. Now, one of the ways you can find that is right below, somewhere on your screen, there'll be a chat box that'll come up and you'll see a BidPal link. So if you haven't gone to that yet, be sure and go to that link and get registered. And that's a way to participate. You can see all those great auction items, all the various things that are out there. So the BidPal link, it'll drop down at some point on this screen. And if you're watching us on YouTube, you'll have to look at it in the description and go that direction as well, so you can get to our BidPal link. Why that's important, we're also trying to raise some cash. Let me tell you a little bit about how we're trying to get to the cash piece that you're going to see here in just a moment on a thermometer that we have. We typically sell tickets to this event. This event is free, so we have no ticket sales this year. In addition to not having any ticket sales, we also have an opportunity to raise some cash, and that's where that thermometer comes in. So hopefully we can see that thermometer here in just a few moments. And there we go. And you can see the goal is $25,000, and we're up to $4,200 right now. And what's exciting is this is going to grow throughout the evening. Now, if you like what you see, and even if you don't, please, please make sure you send the link out to people. Let folks know that we're here, because at the end of the day, you're going to be learning more about Friend for Life and what it is we're here to do to help folks, because the full name, of course, is Friend for Life Cancer Support Network. And that's what we're here to do, is to help those that have been recently diagnosed with cancer work with somebody one-on-one who's already been there and done that. So it's a great thing. And you're going to hear some much better speakers than me about some of that shortly. Some other housekeeping items is what we're going to do tonight. So at any point, someone new might pop in here with me. When they pop in, they're going to share some insights. They might be giving out some awards to folks, or they actually will be giving out some awards. We also will have some polling questions for you. So every once in a while, we're going to ask a question and we'll give you the results right back, and we'll give it a few minutes so you can click on it. So before we get to our first poll, which is coming up here in just a moment, if you need to talk to any of us, there's a little Q&A that's also at the bottom of your screen. You can kind of hover down if you're sitting there at your computer, and you can see a Q&A right there. You click into there and you can type a question. Now, who's watching that? The folks at Friend for Life and a few other folks are keeping an eye on that for you. So you can just go to that and take a look. Now, I'm going to show you one more thing, and this is kind of going off script because, hey, that's what I do. And I do apologize for everybody who's watching me right now saying, what is he doing? He's going off script. Is at any point, once you get registered into BidPal, you're going to land on a page. And when you land on that page, you can see all the different features and the different things that are in there. And we're going to kind of zoom in a little bit better. But don't hesitate to go to any piece in here, and we can see featured items. And we can see all the various items. Now, what's really exciting is number 1 through 11, well, 2 through 11 will stay open until 10 o'clock tonight, okay? Number 1 is going to stay open for several days, so that's the cash donation piece. The rest of them, they all close at 7:45 tonight. Wait, is that right? Yes, 7:45 tonight. So be sure and go to your BidPal app and find some awesome things that are there so you can enjoy them. So without further ado, the first question, we're going to put that up if we can. And that first question, I'm going to have to put my glasses on from where I'm standing. It actually asks, how many events have you been to the Evening with Friend events? And oh, wow, this is pretty exciting because we're seeing things that are coming online right now. So we're going to give you a few minutes to keep continuing that before we close out the first poll that we have. A lot of you have been here for more than 5 years, or a few of you. I'm excited. That means you're used to my stupidity. So I'm glad for that. I see some 3 to 5. Some of you are first timers. Thank you so much. It looks like almost half of you are first time here. And it's not normally like this. I promise I'm much better in person. Well, I'm really not. But anyway, so we're going to go ahead and close out this poll. Are we good to close out this poll? All right. So we're now sharing you the results right there as the polling goes. And amazing. I had no idea, so many first-timers. I think part of the exciting thing is we're now reaching an audience that we've never been able to reach before. I understand that we have people all around the United States that have tuned in with us this evening. So all around the United States. So that's pretty exciting. All right, so some of the other things that we're going to do is we're going to hear from some of our volunteers and other people that sent in on our asking a little bit of what does Friend for Life mean to you? And we've got some short answers and we have a little bit longer answers, and all of them you could just kind of hear it in their voice. And that to me is what's going to make this evening much more special than just me talking. So I believe we're set to see one of our first responses to the question.
We love Friend for Life. They do wonderful networking with our patients, and they are a wonderful support system for those in need. We think Friend for Life is awesome. Do you think Friend for Life is awesome?
Friend for Life is awesome.
Friend for Life has a very special place in my heart. I am a cancer survivor, I am a Friend for Life volunteer, and I'm also a former board member of this organization. I believe in the work of the Friend for Life Cancer Support Network. I appreciate those who have the ability to share empathy as well as compassion when one is journeying through the trials of a cancer diagnosis. But when you have walked through cancer, the touch is a bit different. You know where I have been, and while our stories are different, you are aware of what it feels like to walk through moments of what tomorrow will bring, or the worry of whether or not it will even come. Friend for Life will truly be a friend for life, through the good, the terrible, and the unknown. If you or a loved one is experiencing a cancer diagnosis, take it from me, you do not have to go through it alone. You have a friend and the Friend for Life Cancer Support Network.
For me, Friend for Life means empowerment.
Those words are so meaningful to hear. I had the fortune of serving on the board with the second speaker, and she's just an amazing lady. And I think what's important that you may have heard is that she's also a volunteer, right? So it's not just a board or somebody who comes and goes, but once you're part of this organization, you tend to stick around for quite a while. You know what? I think I hear somebody else. Let me see. Is there somebody else out there that might be coming in here soon? Let's see.
Bart, what's happening, man?
Jason! Hey, you got the whole crew there. I got to put my glasses on for this.
I got the whole crew.
Awesome.
How's everybody?
Hey, it is so good to see you.
Great seeing you, man.
Hey,
What a great
did it
event.
sound okay? Did the beginning, did it do okay, or was it awful?
That was awesome, man. You nailed it.
Awesome?
Looked like $1 million.
Well, you told me, by the way, everyone, Jason is our board president, and he told me I had to dress up tonight. He actually told me this several years ago. He said, you have to be here to host the event, and you have to dress nicely. So I went out and rented this tux just for you, Jason.
2 for 2, man. I love it.
I've already lost track of what we're doing. I believe you're actually going to share some words of wisdom with us. But before you do that, do you want to introduce us to the motley crew behind you?
Oh, yeah. We'll run through this real quick. First of all, this is my lovely wife, Emmy. This is my oldest son, Cade. This is our little dude, Leighton. This is our 12-year-old, Gaines. And this is our 10-year-old, Kier.
Awesome. You got all their names right, and I did not remember all of them. But by the way, I know you all can hear me. He talks about you all the time, and it's not good. I'm just joking. I'm totally joking. He says a lot of good things about you boys. All right, Jason, I believe you have some things to share with us, and I might step to the side for a moment.
You bet, man. So, folks, thanks everybody for joining tonight. We appreciate everyone's support. And at the top of that list, aside from Judy, Nicole, the staff, and our incredible volunteers, we have to thank our sponsors. And so tonight we want to thank each and every sponsor that has stepped up again this year to help Friend for Life. And as our visionary sponsor this year, Norton Cancer Institute has been a generous supporter for many years. They provided financial support, board representation, and patient referrals. Please join me in watching a brief video from my good friend and former Friend for Life board president, Tammy McClanahan.
Welcome to Quarantining with Friends 2020. I'm Tammy McClanahan with Norton Cancer Institute and Norton Children's Cancer Institute. I've had a long-time partnership with Friend for Life as a volunteer, past board member, and past president for Friend for Life. Many of our leaders have also continued a strong relationship with Friend for Life through board membership and volunteerism. We truly value the relationship between Norton Healthcare and Friend for Life and all the great things that they do for our community. The peer partnership and partnering those that have already been through the battle with cancer with those newly diagnosed with cancer has been a great asset to all those in our community. One of the great things that Friend for Life has been able to offer is really spearheading telemedicine and telehealth in today's challenging, strange world. Before COVID-19, Friend for Life was ahead of the curve, partnering with people across the nation, partnering with people internationally to offer support for those that are newly diagnosed with cancer. This is a strange time for all of us, but Friend for Life will endure with all of the support that everyone here is offering, and knowing that everything that you can do to support those diagnosed with cancer can be done personally with touch, but also can be done through a video visit, can be done through telemedicine, can be done through technology, and that the message of Friend for Life continues to span the world of all the great things that you're doing. Thank you.
Thank you, Tammy.
Thank you to Norton Cancer Institute.
There aren't enough words to describe the incredible support we've received from RFX Technologies over the years. We have RFX to thank for our beautiful website. Their staff has provided ongoing technological expertise, particularly at our annual events. And truly, folks, we can't imagine pulling off this event tonight without them. A special thanks goes out to Bart, Adam Wilson, and the entire RFX team for all they do for Friend for Life.
Thanks again for RFX.
Baptist Health Louisville has not only supported Friend for Life since our early years, but has also provided wonderful office space for our staff and volunteers. It's truly our home.
Thanks to Baptist Health.
Back to RFX. So Bart and his team has created an incredible nonprofit organization called Cornerstone Legacies Foundation, whose director, the unflappable Michael Erskine, has provided invaluable wisdom and guidance for fundraising for several years now. Michael, you know how much we appreciate you, but we need to say it publicly. We appreciate and love all that you do for us. Tri-Arrows Aluminum came to us 3 years ago and increased their support this year to the mentor sponsorship level. They have also donated auction items and provide matching funds for their employee gifts.
Thanks, Tri-Arrows Aluminum.
We're also excited tonight to announce that we have 2 new sponsors to add to this year's list: Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, as well as UK Healthcare and the Marquis Cancer Center. Please support our sponsors, folks. Without them, this event would not be possible.
Thank you, everybody.
Jason, that's great. Thank you so much for having your whole family in the mix. Oh, yes, everyone can hear me. Good. And can you jump back with me for a little while, Jason? Are you there?
I'm here.
Awesome.
We were just clearing out the room. There we go.
Clearing out the room. I understand that. So I know our sponsors are something that we're always concerned about, and because they care about us and everything that they bring to us and help us do what we need to is our mission. So I'm very excited that you were able to recognize those folks. I think, Jason, in addition to our sponsors, we have a lot of partners that we work with. Are you familiar with this?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
It seems like that list grows more and more every year, so it's exciting.
It does. I think we actually might have a slide, and these are just, what is that, a handful? How many is that, Jason?
At quick count, 48. I don't know. I'm just
You know
throwing
what? I think you're right. You have the same cheat sheet that I do. So we can't do what we do without those partners as well. The key on the partners is they actually refer folks to us, and we might refer folks out to them. There's a synergy. We learn from each other. We talk to each other. Our staff does a lot with them and vice versa. And having partners is really how you get things done in the world today. No one can be an island to themselves at this point. Jason, I think, I'm not sure, but yes, you get to hang out with me for the next poll. Are you good for us to toss up another question and see how that goes?
Absolutely, man. Let's see what we got.
Okay. This one's a little bit tougher question when it comes up. And it is, have you or someone you have known ever been diagnosed with cancer? And I think you all can see the results growing as we go. Maybe you can't, but they are moving up right now. And as it stands, 100% of the folks have said yes. I think we'll wait just a few more moments and see if we can get those results up there. All right. Wow. So those are the results. Everyone that's here viewing right now has been or known someone that's been diagnosed with cancer. So one of the things that we would ask that you do is if you need support of any kind, by all means, check us out. You can actually see behind Jason, the Friend for Life website kind of flashing in the background. Go to that. It's friend for the number 4 life.org. So that's www.friendforlife.org. And they can put you in contact with somebody that you need to speak to. They can be there for you, that mentoring process. Jason, you have any more words of wisdom to share with us before we move on to some other items?
No, just I guess a statement to everybody this evening as we go through the rest of the night. Just think about that 100%. And that's a real number that affects real people each and every day. And if you yourself have received that diagnosis or a family member, you know the impact it has, not just on the patient, but the caregiver and everybody involved. So again, thanks to our volunteers and all the patients that we've been able to touch.
Jason, why don't you hang out with me for just another moment? We have another one of those volunteer videos, some folks that sent some words into us. So let's go ahead and run that and see what they have to say.
Friend for Life Cancer Support Network has given me the ability to make cancer give me something instead of just taking. I've been able to help others that are coming through cancer after I went through my cancer by giving them my experience and my counsel as they go through their own.
Friend for Life is, for me, a way to give more hope to families who are facing pancreatic cancer.
Once you're diagnosed with cancer, having family support is extremely important. However, Friend for Life offers you an opportunity to talk with someone who's in a like condition, who faces cancer every day, just like you are. It makes a difference. So, Friend for Life, thank you.
Some great words there, huh, Jason?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see a few more of those as we go throughout the evening. And at this point, Jason, I think you get a tuck away for a drink until you come back. So this next little piece is kind of fun for me, and here's why it's fun. I get to introduce a video from Judy, our director at Friend for Life. And why it's fun for me is Judy, it took her a little while to come up with this video. And what makes it even more fun is she's actually going to be live later in our program. So while she thought she was going to escape by doing a video, she's going to be on camera with me here shortly. But in the meantime, Judy would like to share a few words about the board.
Good evening and welcome to Quarantining with Friends. My name is Judy Casey Hewlett, and I'm the Executive Director of Friend for Life Cancer Support Network. And my role this evening is to celebrate our Board of Directors. For 32 years, we have had a series of women and men come together as a team, bringing their individual expertise to support this organization and grow it. And so this evening, I would like to thank our Board of Directors for being those unsung heroes. And there's so much that you have brought to us as individuals and as a team, but I'm only going to mention a few here. Because of a board member, we have a beautiful website. Because of board members, we have incredible sponsorships. Because of a board member, we have a beautiful venue for our live event each year. Because of board members, we have come through hard financial times and survived. Because of a board member, we brought in student interns, 3 of them in recent history, and a team actually who's working on marketing and PR for us free. Because of a board member who had an unknown desire to become an auctioneer, we had our most successful live auction ever last year. Because of our board members, our staff feels appreciated and supported. Because of our board members, we are here. Thank you to all board members, past, present, and future. Enjoy the evening.
Judy, as a board member myself, we are so proud of you and Nicole and all you all do to organize the volunteers and provide the support that Friend for Life Cancer Support Network does. I currently am the oldest, not as an actual age, but the oldest board member on the Friend for Life board. I believe next year may be my last year. I say that because if anyone's interested in joining our board and getting to know some folks that come to an opportunity to share and care with agendas all dropped outside the door, if you're interested in trying to be part of that, please reach out to Friend for Life. Let us know. There is a bit of a process that we go through, but we do have a few spaces open on our board, so by all means, reach out to us and let us know. The next person I get to introduce is Nicole Guffey-Wiseman. She is our Assistant Director at Friend for Life, and she also has a lovely video that she's going to share with you talking about some volunteers.
Hi, my name is Nicole Guffey-Wiseman, and I'm Assistant Director at Friend for Life Cancer Support Network. And this is Cece. And I just want to say thank you to all of our volunteers for continuing to provide the awesome support that they do. We have right now 380 volunteers from 5 countries, 36 states, and 26 counties in Kentucky. And they all provide support to people that are recently diagnosed with cancer and or a caregiver of somebody diagnosed with cancer, and they provide that emotional support and listening ear as somebody who's been there and done that and knows what it's like. Our organization would not exist without our volunteers, and we are incredibly grateful for them. Can you say thank you?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nicole, thank you for those words, and thank you for all you do to help organize the volunteers that make up who we are. and what Friend for Life is able to do. I was told that if you are joining us through the YouTube Live feature, you might not see the results of the polls. So just so everyone knows, the two that we've taken so far, one of them was the number of events you've attended, and the largest percentage is actually this one, the first one, or at least 1 year. So that's the largest number of folks. We had it kind of scattered throughout. And then the other question had to do with whether or not you or someone that you know has been diagnosed with cancer, and we had 100% was the answer on those results. So just to kind of hit through that again real quick, I'm sorry they didn't pop up on YouTube. We'll have to get after somebody maybe at YouTube to get that fixed. But anyway, with that said, we have another group of videos from some of our volunteers and different people that wanted to share some just words of wisdom with you. So if we can listen to those folks real quick.
Hi, my name is Pam Madavi, and I love Friend for Life. To me, Friend for Life is connecting, supporting, and giving hope to many cancer patients. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Sherry Scoyan. I'm a Friend for Life peer navigator volunteer. I'm at my happy place, which is my golf course. And I'd just like to say what Friend for Life means to me is hope, compassion, being that voice on the other end of the phone to try to comfort a newly diagnosed patient. I hope in some small way I can at least give them a sense of compassion and to know that somebody is there for them to listen. That's the biggest thing, just to be that voice, to listen on the other end of the phone, to let them know you care. That's really what means a lot, just to be able to have that connection. And I've met some wonderful, wonderful people along this journey, and I'm just so proud and honored to be a Friend for Life volunteer.
The Jecker family recognizing 21 years of Dad's service to the Friend for Life group. We love you, Dad.
Friend for Life is kindness.
Friend for Life is hope. Friend for Life is a connection.
Thank you all. And as you saw, Tara, who was our welcoming person earlier, brought her boys back on stage there so they could share some little words about Friend for Life. If you happen to see me with my phone, it's because I'm also playing tonight on BidPal. And the reason why is I have money too, just like you all. So the key is, if you haven't gotten to BidPal, be sure and do that. There is a link somewhere below that'll pop up as I'm saying this, perhaps down in the chat or somewhere on the screen. So be sure and you click on that and you go to that. And in my case, I'm going to go ahead, and somebody has this out there right now. And whoever has 5 o'clock somewhere, I'm bidding on it right now. So I'm going to bump you out, and there you go. All right. So I just jumped ahead of you, and so you just lost that if you're there, and my phone will tell me later. Why I'm telling you now is I got an alert that said in about 15 minutes, which is probably less than that, it's going to close. Remember, 7:45 that closes. The cash piece will open. That's the number 1. And the items 2 through 11 will also stay open. So those are going to stay open past the 7:45. But if you haven't gotten a chance to get something, now's your chance. You will be getting some. Oh, and somebody just outbid me. You all did that because you knew it's hard for me to bid. Thanks a lot. I might come back though, just so you know, I'm hunting that one. So now what I get to do is I get to say a few things about our movers and shakers. So who are the movers and shakers? The movers and shakers here are the ones that help put this event on. Now, what was really exciting is this year, it was different than any other year. In years past, since we would do things in person, we could just kind of put these baskets together. The place over at the conference center that we're in becomes this just mess of stuff. People are bringing things, they're coming around, all these things. Now that's been done virtually, been done in people's rooms. So let me go ahead and right now, and by the way, there are so many different movers and shakers, I had to get a little list so I can make sure that I'm doing a good job there. So here are the movers and shakers for the 2020 event. Many of them have been part of this event for many years, not just this year. The first one that I'm going to mention is Barb Lechner. Now, I have a list of things to say about Barb, and I hope you're listening, Barb. If you're not, I'll be very surprised because I believe you haven't missed an event for a number of years. Last year, Barb even worked to get a guest speaker in ahead of time so we could actually begin our festivities at least 15 or 30 minutes early and have some drinks out on the patio. She's just been amazing with what she does. Not just helping to collect things, but if you happen to go to the Bid Pal, you'll see there's things that her and her husband have donated for this event. Barb Lechner is one of those rock stars in our mover and shaker category. Make sure I didn't miss anything. I think I'm good. I know I missed stuff, but Barb, we're good. You know that. All right. The next one's going to be Ruby Gordon and Cy Wolf. Now, Ruby is the one who goes and knocks on doors. When other folks don't want to do that, Ruby's the person. She is not afraid to ask for you to make a donation to go into our baskets. It's through all her efforts and energies that really drives it home so we can bring things to you in these silent auction opportunities. The other exciting part is this year, with all that was going on, Ruby wasn't hesitant to still try to make sure she could get some connections to get things so we could bring you the silent auction items that are there today. In addition to Ruby, we have Blake, who we're going to actually learn about him a little bit later because he's getting something. So I'm going to skip through him for just a moment, but you're going to see more about him later. Tara, as you know, who gave us our welcome video, she's one of our newer Friend for Life board members, but she has jumped into this event with both feet, bringing ideas and just, she's there right now having a house party, but I understand it's an actually controlled house party that might be one other couple and no kids. So she's there making sure that she's doing things right and supporting us as we go along the way. So awesome job, Tara. We also bring Kristen into the mix. She's also a new board member. She brought a new sponsor into this as well. That was Kentucky Farm Bureau that Jason mentioned earlier when he was naming some sponsors. She's also done a lot of things with our One Cause Bid Pal. Just really a great person there. Now, bear with me a little bit longer. I promise you, I have to mention these folks because without them, we could not be doing this tonight. And for many of them, we couldn't have done it in the years in the past. Why does it matter, by the way? This is our largest fundraising event that we have. This is it right here, right? We don't have a giant budget. We don't have a large number of things that we get all these different monies from all over the place. So this is our primary event. So Jason Howard, he goes without mentioning as our board president. He's been involved in various things around here to make sure that things are going right and doing things well. And for some reason, he still allows me to stand up in front of you and talk. Landon Foster. Landon came to us in the spring of 2016. He actually came and did a little interning part-time type stuff, and now he's really helped us with marketing for this event. You've seen some things that he's created and has been able to send out, and he's also part of a team that's behind the scenes right now trying to help us as we go along. We have several folks that are in the crew. This next person, Adam Wilson. So Adam is one, he just looked to see if he was supposed to do something because he's listening to me right now, and he's controlling all the fun stuff that's going on behind the scenes. In the past, he would be running the AV system, the various, sounds and slide projectors, and this year he's now doing all of the fun stuff that's kind of behind the scenes, also with the help of several other folks. So he's also my business partner, and without him, we couldn't do all these fun things. So next person, Michael Erskine. You heard him. Jason already mentioned him. This guy is the one who helps put together scripts, puts together information, puts together the event. He is our event coordinator and has been for a number of years through Cornerstone Legacy Foundation. The last person who doesn't know he's going to get mentioned is actually James Bichon. And the reason why is he's the cameraman tonight. Without him, you couldn't see my pretty face. All right. Now, some of you hopefully smiled or laughed. By the way, and I should have told you this, I can actually see some of you all. I know you don't know this, but your cameras are on. Not really. Okay, I can't see any of you. I am just completely flying blind as we go through this stuff. But thank you, James, for helping me out tonight. Obviously, we couldn't do this without you. All right, I think that's everyone. So the good news is, those pages are gone. Yay! This was the first page. It's gone. Yay! We're moving through the event. All right. I'll fall later on those so it can go into a blooper reel, which reminds me, we could have blooper reels. Hopefully, I didn't just throw away a page I should have kept. All right, it looks good. So I am going to show you a quick video, or we'll say Adam's going to show you a quick video of Ruby, one of our movers and shakers.
Unfortunately, my husband got cancer, and it took him pretty quickly. And so Friend for Life was there for him as well as for me. And even when he died, they continued helping me. And I just think of all the volunteer organizations, Friend for Life does an incredible job.
Ruby, thank you for all that you do for us. It's amazing, and we do appreciate it, as well as all the other movers and shakers that are out there. Thank you all. Let's see here. I think I might hear some other people. Are there some other people out there? Hello, other people. Jason. Hey, man, you're coming back. I appreciate that. Wait, is that Nicole? I should have kept my glasses on. Nicole, good to see you. And wait, I believe there should be one other person joining us. Let's see if we can get that other person. Judy! Yay! All right.
Great
now,
job,
this is like the dynamic duo, but there's 4 of us. So that makes it like something else. Do you all have anything you want to share based on what you've seen so far, the event that's going on? Any feedback, questions, all that kind of fun stuff before we keep going?
Doing a great job, sir. Awesome.
All right, which reminds me, and by the way, Judy is trying to keep things going while she's on this. So if she drops off for a second, just know that she's still doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes with the Bid Pal. So if she jumps in or jumps off, she'll come right back. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, Jason, you're going to pass out an award to somebody here in just a few moments. Am I right?
Yes, sir. Getting ready to start the awards right here.
All right.
I've got some ornery neighbors that are yelling at me, so I had to throw you on mute for a second. So
that's okay. And by the way, when you start the award here in just a moment, because I know you're going to do that, and I'm looking down, I'm still paying attention, but whoever outbid me on 5 o'clock somewhere, I'm going to get that before you do. All right. Go ahead, Jason. It's all yours, sir. And the rest of us will just kind of hang out and be quiet for a minute.
There you go. Folks, we begin with the 2020 Bramblett Award for Outstanding Support of Friend for Life Cancer Support Network by a business or organization. This year, we honor Simtex for donating equipment, especially at crucial times, hosting an electronics recycling event on the hottest day of the year, and donating a portion of proceeds from recycled items to the organization. Pam also serves as a Friend for Life peer navigator and volunteers in the office. Please join me in honoring Simtex as we present this award to owners Mohammed and Pam Madavi.
Hello. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Really,
thank you all for
that's
choosing
very nice.
us.
Yeah.
Very proud to receive this.
That's very well deserved.
What a well-deserved award that was, Jason. I was fortunate enough to not be out there that day. But I did see photos, and they were absolutely melting. I believe Judy and Nicole, you all might have been out there. Yes,
definitely.
Yes. Thank you.
Were you in Montana?
I could have been in Montana. I'll use that as an excuse. I was in Montana. I believe, Jason, did you have anyone else, or does actually Judy, Nicole, someone else is next if it's not you?
That would be me.
Take it away,
Judy. Are you good to do that and Bid Pal at the same time?
I can do it all.
Of course you can. All right, Judy, take it away.
All righty. Well, it's my honor to present the Sandman Award for Outstanding Support by an Individual. This year, we honor 2 remarkable people, Drs. Amy Holthauser and Charles Codner with the University of Louisville School of Medicine. Drs. Codner and Holthauser created and sustained the Clinical Conversations Partnership with Friend for Life. This annual program engages first-year medical school students with Friend for Life peer navigators to talk about the patient and caregiver perspective of receiving a diagnosis, going through treatment, and beyond. Since the first sessions in 2007, close to 2,000 future clinicians and over 160 cancer survivors and caregivers have participated in the shared mission of improving physician-patient communication and empathy. Special thanks to Jennifer Stevens, certified faculty wrangler, for doing her best to make this presentation happen. However, due to the virus, unfortunately, the doctor's schedules did not permit an in-person presentation, so we hope you enjoy this virtual version. Please join me in congratulating Drs. Amy Holthauser and Charles Kovner.
There you go. Okay.
Amy Holthauser. You want to know more? Yay, Amy! Amy, I want to know more. Okay, in the bathroom.
Okay, bring him in. Straight up.
Thanks to whichever one of you all did the puppet show.
Nicole.
It was very entertaining. I wonder if there were any bloopers that came out of that. Maybe we'll see some at the end of the night.
Yeah.
So I believe we might have a slide that the doctor may have sent in. Let me see if that might be there. And are we going to attempt to read that slide, Judy, or are we going to just have it up for a moment? It's your awards section.
I think we'll probably post it on our YouTube site later on, or on our website as well.
That sounds great. So we'll make sure that we hear his words and we have them posted for everyone to see as we into the future. Yes?
Yes.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
All right. And Nicole, I believe you are up for a volunteer award is the next section. Is that right?
Yes, I would like to present that. The 2020 Bobby Morris Daniels Award for Outstanding Volunteer actually honors two incredible individuals this year. First, we're honoring Blake Rosberry. Blake wrote, "After my cancer diagnosis, I was anxious to speak with anyone that could help. My daily employment took me past the door of the Friend for Life office, and I discovered this treasured organization. After my recovery, I mentored other newly diagnosed cancer patients, something I could never believe doing. From there, I spoke to groups, visited with Galen nursing students and U of L medical students. Later, I served on a panel for cancer research and traveled to Washington, D.C. to meet with scientists and other reviewers. I also produced the computerized receipts for the past several Evening with Friends annual dinner auctions." He says, "Thank you for your patience. Through these 12 years of volunteering, my wife Lori and I have found our efforts to not be burdensome, but to be a joy in helping others. I'm humbled by the example of Bobby Morris Daniels. My hope is that the present volunteers can pass on the compassion and kind support that we received to new volunteers, and for Friend for Life to provide blessing to all who reach out. Blake, we thank you for all you do for Friend for Life."
Well, hello.
Congratulations.
Hello.
Yay. Congratulations.
Well deserved. Well deserved.
All right. And then I have another award to give. I got two. Our next attendee or honoree is a survivor of stage 4 tonsil cancer. Kathy originally came to the Friend for Life office seeking support, but after a conversation with staff, she actually left with an application to become a peer navigator. Since she joined Friend for Life in 2014, Kathy has provided peer support to at least 17 individuals and families. She's also spoken with several classes of medical and nursing students. Kathy exemplifies what we ask of our peer navigators in staying in touch with our peer matches, calling, emailing, and sending handwritten cards. She even devised a worksheet that enables her to track all of her matches that she shared with fellow peer navigators. One of the individuals she supports recently wrote the following: I don't often respond or haven't yet, but your correspondence has really helped me. You're awesome and make me want to be more than I want to be sometimes. Thanks again, Kathy, for being there.
Congratulations!
Oh.
Surprise! Okay. Thank you. Award winner. Yeah, you can open it. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Goodness.
Yay, we get to see Cece also. Hey, Cece. Hello. Yes, we're doing an event. Good job. So before we go, as far as our little group here, I was going to show that thermometer. I understand that the actual, all the silent auction items, that's closed out. Is that correct, Judy? Except for the 1 through 11.
Yes.
Everything
that's
else
correct.
is now closed.
You
Perfect.
can also still purchase t-shirts.
Good. We can still get t-shirts. So there's our goal right now. It says 7,865, I believe, and I don't have my glasses on. Our goal is 25,000. So we're going to come back to this thermometer here in just a few moments. Before we do, I think we're going to jump away from our group here, and we're going to head to, if you all are good with me, welcome me in introducing our keynote speaker, Veronica. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right. Now from our keynote speaker.
Hello, everyone. My name is Veronica. I'm a peer navigator with Friend for Life. I was honored to ask to speak with you today. In 2012, I was diagnosed with leukemia, and after over 15 years of working in social services, I found myself lost and uncertain about what was out there, what was going to happen with me. I did reach out to a couple places, and either I was too young or too old for their services. And then one day I came across Friend for Life. I registered, and I'm not really sure how long it took for them to call me back, but I do remember that it was the right moment. They called that day that I needed it the most. It was the worst day of my chemo experience. I had been pretty much sleeping in the bathroom for the last few days, and it's just, I just thought that was it. I just wasn't going to be able to take it anymore. And my phone rang, and on the other side of the phone, a lady said, "Hi, I'm a peer navigator with Friend for Life, and can we talk?" And so we talked for a few minutes. I don't remember exactly what was said, but I do remember, and I will never forget, that she said, "I'm a 10-year survivor, and you need to know my best friend is a 20-year leukemia survivor. You're much younger than we were at the time, and you can do this." We spoke several times after, and she helped me go, through the uncertainty of all the side effects that I was experiencing. She gave me some really good tips on what I can use or do, which no one else had given me, and the biggest thing that she left me with was hope. So in 2016, I reached out to Friend for Life and asked if I could be a peer advocate. I have been since, and it's been one of the most rewarding experiences. I have volunteered or been part of several organizations that provide services, and although everybody does some great work, this is different. You know, it's hard to be able to give someone hope. And through speaking with people about our experiences and being able to share, you know, you're able to provide that. And if you're out there and you have been in the other end of receiving someone's call from Friend for Life, you know that those few moments or those few words like mean a lot because they come from someone who's gone through it. So today we're celebrating something great. We need to fundraise and support this great organization. So I hope you guys participate and bid your hearts out. There's some awesome things that I saw that were posted. You know, I also would like to thank Judy and Nicole for always making me feel like I'm part of their home. I feel like we're old friends, and in fact, I've never personally met them. So I haven't met them in person, but I feel like, you know, I've known them for years. They're always available. They're very thoughtful. I'm not sure if they ever sleep, but, you know, they are the rock that holds this organization together. And I'm happy to be part of it. And I hope that everybody participates and helps out. So have a great time, stay healthy, and be safe.
Veronica, thank you so much for sharing those words with us. We really appreciate having you. I found, of all the stuff you said was fabulous, but I thought it was interesting that you had actually never met Judy and Nicole in person. And I think that's an important point to make, because we're not just here in Louisville, Kentucky, but we provide support around the United States, and we've also provided support globally at this point. So even though it seems like you should have to come face to face to talk with me, the truth is, with today's technology, as Tara said earlier, we can chat on the phone, we can have a video call. There's so many different ways that we can provide support for those that need it. So what a great testament. We really appreciate the words there. And we've also found that it's the folks that match with the people that also get a lot, because it gives them a chance to do something as well. So it's awesome. We have one more video to show you. Before we go to that video, we're going to then go to our thermometer. Now, if you're like me and apparently got outbid on every single thing I was trying to get, and I think one of those things included alcohol, so someone's bringing me over to their patio and we're going to have some drinks one night. Before we get to the thermometer piece and the cash fund that we're going to try to kind of close out the evening with, we're going to run a quick video. It's the last one from some of our volunteers, and pay attention to the last person. His name's Jim. He's also a board member, and let's hear what they have to say.
Friend for Life is a personal resource and a lifeline of hope for someone facing a new cancer diagnosis.
Kentucky Cancer Link values our partnership with Friend for Life. We know that when we send a patient their way, they'll be cared for and given hope through communication with others. And we are so thankful for them and just love our friends at Friend for Life.
You have cancer. These are words none of us ever want to hear. I've had to have this discussion with patients too many times over my years as a physician. Then, a few years ago, I had the same discussion with my own doctors. Friend for Life helps patients deal with this diagnosis with one-on-one counseling with volunteers who have been through it and are matched closely by diagnosis and previous treatment so they can answer questions and help patients deal with their fear. Please do what you can to help support Friend for Life. Thank you.
Thank you very much to all the people that sent in the words and shared with us. At this point, we're kind of in a final stretch. I know we promised to have you out by 8. I hope this thing doesn't just go off air at 8. Does anyone know? Am I in trouble? Oh, we're good. We can run over. This isn't like a real broadcast. Yay! It's like a real event. Don't go to bed yet, people. It's just a little bit longer. Hang in there. The best is yet to come. We're going to move over to our thermometer. Now, here's the fun thing about the thermometer. It shows you what we're trying to raise. Remember, it's $25,000. I told you why. I've got a few folks that are going to jump in and join me to help root me on. And if you didn't get something, now's your chance to do it, okay? By the way, if you would have come to the event and paid for a ticket, and of course you would have gotten an amazing fried chicken dinner. The ticket cost was $75. Tonight's was completely free to you. Yeah, so, okay. So let's see. Do I hear some other people? Hello? Do I hear? Jason, are you there? Help me out, man.
I'm here, man. I got your back.
Hey! All right, look. I see 8750 is what I see on that thermometer. 8,750, 25. Wait a second. You know what? Do you remember last year when we surprised somebody? I think the wife was more surprised than the person, and we had somebody that came up. What was his name?
The great Ben Ruley.
Let's see if he can help us with this. But surely we can, if we can't hit the 25,000 right now, maybe we can get at least over 10. Ben, are you out there? Can you come in and help us? Ben!
Bart, Jason.
How are you?
I'm fantastic. How the heck are you guys?
We're
Great
good.
to have you here, man.
Hey, look. Go ahead, Bart. Go ahead.
We're less than 10,000 on that thermometer. I'd really love to at least get over that, or I feel like I haven't done my job tonight.
You know what, Bart? You put on a bow tie. You're bringing it. You're polished. You're smooth. Now, Jason, that's another discussion. We'll talk at the next meeting. That's okay. I think we missed Dawn G. Last year, the energy she brought, shout out to Dawn G if she's watching.
Yes.
Love her. Guys, look, I jumped up as an auctioneer last year. Actually, I facilitated auctioneering. I'm not an auctioneer. But you know what? I think what's important here tonight, I appreciate the fact that we've always set lofty goals. Last year, I think we did over $60,000. We had a lot of energy in the room, different times, different situation. But I think where we're at right now is let's see what we can just do in the last couple minutes here and make a big push.
Well, I think I can hit a button. Let's see what my button does.
All right. We're at 8,500. I just got a note that we're at 8,500. Look, for those of you that are out there right now, this is the time. Let's dial in. Let's focus. We can do this. We can close, baby. Here we go. So look, basic iPhone, pull it up, see what you can do. It's pretty simple. It just says donate now. The big numbers are at the top, Bart. Hopefully you hit one of those big ones.
Well, look at the thermometer.
The thermometer, all right.
Moving.
So look, last year I think we started pretty bold, from the standpoint of giving what you can during these very interesting and uncertain times. We get it. But Friend for Life, when we really boil it down, this is the premier event that really drives the funding for our wonderful staff, Judy and Nicole. At the end of the day, I really have to say, pound for pound, in Louisville, this is one of the greatest nonprofit organizations that really moves the needle, not just here in our city, but around the world. So if you find it in your heart right now, guys, go log in, hit the bid now button, and go big. If you can find it in your heart to do 1,000, to do 500, 250, whatever your level is, now's the time.
Ben, I have a problem. My wife's bidding the same time I am. I think we're going to need to borrow some money.
That's okay, Bart. That's okay. RFX, they'll make you a loan, I think.
All right.
All right, guys. Let's close strong, everybody. Let's make this a great evening. Here's the horse head. Whoever got that. There we go. So let's close strong. Let's finish with excellence. And with that, guys, bid early, bid often, but the about last call. Here we go.
Thanks, Ben. I see Nicole has joined us. Nicole, the master harasser. How are we looking? You're seeing the actual numbers going up.
Yeah.
How are we doing?
We're doing okay, but we could be doing better. Let's see. Let me see. I've got way too many things pulled up on my screen, so I don't know.
And then
what we're
Nicole
at.
crashed your computer.
Remember that time that it
Yes, when you were trying to take payments and check people out. I remember that.
a few times. It looks like per month that it's 11,560 that we're at. So we're getting there.
That is awesome. That is great.
Yes, and keep in mind that you can also honor or memorialize somebody that has been diagnosed with cancer, because I know that you put that poll up a moment ago, and 100% of you all tuning in know somebody that was diagnosed with cancer, or you are yourself. So it means so much to be able to talk to somebody that's been there, and that's what we're all about.
I do know that we set a very lofty goal with tickets and cash, and I'm very excited to see this. Now, Nicole, can you help me real quick? If for some reason we don't hit that total tonight, can people still go and do something inside of BidPal?
Yes, they sure can. They can keep giving for 2 weeks, actually, through the BidPal site, but you can always give anytime you want in any of the ways. You can also purchase our t-shirts. That's going to be up for a couple weeks too. So any way and time, but sooner's always great.
And then some of those Splendid trips, I believe, as they were referred to earlier in the program, those Splendid trips are going to be available if people can still go bid on those until what time?
Until 10 p.m. Eastern time. So you've got a
10
couple
p.m.
hours.
Eastern. Okay, great.
So that would
So
really
Ben, I tell you what, sir, we have a little bit more to go. We know where we are in the thermometer. I'm going to let you decide when we're done with the thermometer for this and move on to just a couple more things.
All right, fantastic. Well, I think we're getting there, guys. So just saw some of the thermometer stats come up. Tom Jones, thank you, Tom Jones. Way to go, brother. Nice job on that donation. This is the time, guys. Hey, seriously, let's close out with excellence, and let's dial it in here. So I got just a last few minutes left, but as Bart mentioned, I think things will stay up for a little while longer. So, if you've already made your donation, the other thing you can do, and this is so easy, is just spread the word. The folks that you may have just due to social distancing tonight, right? Trying to keep it limited and small. But you may have missed somebody around the corner, your neighbor, your friend. I think the biggest thing that we're doing tonight for Friend for Life is just building awareness, right? That's the most important thing. The dollars matter, but the awareness is even more important. So as you saw in the videos and the testimonials, this is truly a life-changing organization that has made a meaningful difference in the lives that it's impacted. So appreciate the donations that roll in, but the best thing that you can do is just forward that link on to a friend, onto a neighbor, someone you may know, and this would make a definite meaningful difference in continuing to promote Friend for Life here in the community, and again, around the world.
There you go. Thank you, Ben.
Man.
All right. So at this point, I believe I am going to move us along. The thermometer is going to stay open, and before we leave, we'll pop it up one last time. And then what we're going to do now is we're going to kick over to video. But before we run this video, I want to share with you. The lady who you're about to see is a very special lady who's been a part of Friend for Life for many, 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 many years in several different ways. I don't have enough words that I can say about her, but I see Judy just came up on the screen. So Judy, if you would like to share a little bit before we play this video, I'd love to hear from you.
I think I would quote my predecessor, Joan Steiner, who once said, "Everyone needs a Sister Barbara." Wise and true words.
Amen.
Thank you.
With all the pages and pages of stories that each name, each year of Friend for Life evokes, I will simply add thank you, congratulations, and say, never stop being who you are. Cancer won't stop. Newly diagnosed individuals and the families who love them won't stop. You, staff, volunteers, board members, even in this new time, where our world is seemingly shackled with the coronavirus that, like cancer, does not know when to stop. You will keep on going with heart, with love, one friend at a time. Congratulations. Thank you. I love you all.
I hope you all enjoyed that as much as I did. I think her words were so warming, and I know that Mom used to speak of Sister Barbara also. So what a neat lady that she was, and she touches and continues to so many people. I'm going to go around the room that we have and let everyone have a chance to say a quick goodbye and farewell, and then I will close us out. So, Ben, I'm going to head to you, Ben.
Hey guys, what a great honor again to be here. Not in a full capacity, but again, Bart, Judy, Nicole, and Michael, the folks behind the scenes that make this happen every year, despite the circumstances. What a wonderful evening. So Jason, great job as our board chair. If we don't say it enough, brother, thank you, man, for your leadership and what you do. So everybody have a great evening. God bless.
Thanks, Ben.
Thanks, Ben.
Thanks, Ben.
And before I go to the next people that are going to sign off, Adam, if you're still floating around, can you jump on with us? Landon, I have no idea if your camera is appropriate. If you want to, you can. I'm going to introduce some of the folks that are behind the scene and have been there. So you see Michael Erskine, Judy, Nicole, Adam may or may not show us his camera, which is fine if he doesn't, and Landon. So we're actually spread out throughout the city into Oldham County, LaGrange, the Highlands, some farm in the middle of nowhere that's undisclosed that Jason won't let me know where it is because he don't want me to come visit. But on behalf of all those folks, if you all, Michael, you good?
I'm good.
All right, Michael's going to say farewell. Hey, we had another person jump on. Awesome. Thank you for your help tonight. Adam's not going to show himself. All right, Landon's good. Landon, thank you so much for everything. All right, we're going to wrap it up. And Nicole or Judy, would either of y'all like to say anything before we start to close the evening?
Best team ever. Y'all are terrific. Thank you. And thank you to everybody who attended.
Thank you, Judy. Nicole?
Yeah, just thank you guys so much for giving and keeping in mind that, you know, I'm always long-winded, that this is obviously a very different kind of situation in so many ways. But the thing that's important to remember is that even though we've had this pandemic and that we all are not together in person, the things that our volunteers do keep going no matter what. Our services continued completely uninterrupted. We kept talking to folks that were recently diagnosed and connecting them with somebody that's been there. So thank you all for being there in all the ways.
Perfect. Thank you, Nicole. Jason?
You know, I can't really say anything that hasn't been said already. So I simply thank you to Judy and Nicole, Landon, all the folks. Bart, thank you, man, for what you've done tonight. You pour your heart and soul into this. And as the MC or the man behind the camera or behind the podium, you know, you may not get that attaboy all the time, but just know how much we love you, how much we appreciate you and all that you do for this organization. We love our volunteers and everybody that joined us tonight, everyone that couldn't join us tonight. We're thinking of you, the folks that are battling this terrible disease. We will continue to provide services until we don't have to do that anymore. So thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Jason. All right, as we're heading off to close out the evening, I want to thank everyone for spending their evening with us, for letting us into your home, as most of you all just did, to let you all know that this is a very special place. I know this because my mom was a volunteer. We lost her more than 12 years ago. She's one of the folks that the award was given in honor of, which was Bobby Mars Daniels. I have a lot of friends on this tonight. I have family on this tonight. For all of you tuning in, for sending me texts, for keeping me going. I love you guys. I really appreciate it. To wrap up, and the best part ever is to let you see some bloopers of some of what went into this thing. Thank you all, and thanks for joining us.
Oh, now you've made me cry.
You're going to say I'm all weepy now.
Aw, get that recorded.
Tell me when to go. Start over.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Quarantining with. Oh, you haven't started.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Quarantining with Friends 2020. Thanks, too valued and great too much. Sorry, stop.
I liked it.
Stop.
Evening is to celebrate our and one of our board members recently shared in what actually we started. Good evening. I can't talk.
Hey! What? They knocked it over! Oh, but we have a glare. Winston, get out. Winston, get out.
Are you all still here? It's over. Go home. Oh, wait, you're already there. Thank you all so much. Have a great evening.